Go vote.
Turn the audio on. Is that shit on?
Yeah.
Go vote.
All right. So, Netflix. Netflix has to be one of the top contenders now in terms of media content. Everybody watches Netflix. Nobody watches TV. What are your favorite Netflix originals? Movies or shows?
Or just any show that you watch on Netflix that you would rather not watch on TV.
We can do that too.
Yeah.
But, all right, Mike, how you started off? Favorite Netflix originals or shows or whatever?
I'd probably go with Stranger Things. Might be number one, Stranger Things.
Mainstream, but all right, I guess.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with that. Netflix original.
I'll say top three. So, Stranger Things number one. The Get Down number two. And Big Mouth number three.
Big Mouth. If you haven't seen Big Mouth, it's freaking. You should watch Big Mouth.
Go watch
Like,
it.
it's so good.
I put him on. He was like,
Yeah, I didn't think I was gonna like
he was
it.
talking hella shit about it.
For real?
Yeah.
Dang, bro, I forgot all these shows. Netflix had
I've been
BoJack
wanting to- I've
Horseman,
been wanting to start Ozark.
House of Cards,
Oh, I heard Ozark was good.
Peaky Blinders. All right, but me, I'd have to think like, bro. I think one of my favorite has got to be freaking Punisher. The Punisher. I freaking love The Punisher. I love The Punisher. What else? Oh, dude, Master of None. Not a lot of people watch that one,
Yeah.
but it's hilarious. I don't even know if it's still on there, but it's a Aziz Ansari show. He like directed it, wrote it,
Oh, that
and it's so good.
Aziz guy.
Dude,
Yeah.
not gonna lie.
Who got in trouble?
He got in trouble.
The Me Too movement. They got him.
Ladies and
Honestly,
gentlemen,
bro, I didn't. we got him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Maniac.
Did you finish it?
Yeah, I really liked it. Maniac, and I feel like I'm missing one
What is
that I was
Maniac?
thinking of earlier.
I've never seen it.
Maniac is with Jonah Hill.
Yeah, it's that one.
And
It's
Emma
like,
Stone.
dude, it's basically a season
Oh,
of
that.
Black Mirror.
Black Mirror.
Oh,
Oh,
I forgot
wait,
Black Mirror was
dude,
a
Black
Netflix.
Mirror
It's a
isn't
Netflix
Netflix.
original. It is.
It's a Netflix original?
yeah.
No
It
way.
is, dude. Look at
I
it.
think it's mainly in the UK or England.
Yeah.
I think. But
Oh.
it's still a Netflix original.
You can't talk about Netflix without talking about Netflix stand-up comedy specials.
I guess.
Netflix gave so many comedians,
Dave Chappelle.
Oh, the Dave
It's
Chappelle
like-
one wasn't great.
dude, a lot. Like Dave
Who else is
Chappelle,
on there? Like-
Chris Tucker, Chris Rock, and then a lot of up-and-coming comedians
Yeah.
get Netflix. I feel like Netflix kind of putting a lot of them on, and because I feel like a lot of people won't pay to go see a stand-up special.
If they don't
But
know them,
if they, yeah,
especially.
but now if you're on Netflix and you're just kind of like looking through,
It's like a good way to get into
And then you're
it.
just
If
like,
you're like
oh,
a mainstream
it.
stand-up comedy fan and you just see that there's a special, you're like, sure, I'll watch
yeah,
it.
like I feel like that's giving a lot more people onto that stuff like that.
So what about you, man? Would you say like Black Mirror out there?
Yeah, Black Mirror for sure. Even it wasn't even like one of the shows I loved, but I ended up binging like the whole thing.
I didn't finish Black Mirror. Actually.
Stranger Things
I've
is
seen.
okay.
I like rewatched Black Mirror because it was that good. There's
Yeah.
like certain episodes where you just remember. I had to rewatch those.
Yeah, some episodes are hella nice.
I forgot the Get Down.
Yeah, I said to get down.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. Bro, the Get Down guy. I'm so mad that they canceled that, bro.
Yeah, and
The
it
Get Down
ended
was so good.
It ended so poorly.
Yeah, that freaking sucked, dude.
What's that one show with that? The one that had the girl talking about like the girl who was like talking Spanish.
On my block,
On my blog. I didn't like
I didn't
that.
like
I didn't
that
watch
show.
it. I
It
didn't
was
watch
like-
it.
I watched it all in a day though.
I didn't like it. It was like
Ooh, Narcos. That shit was
I
good.
haven't seen it.
Narcos was
yeah, I
hella
haven't
good.
seen it.
But also, I feel like even though Netflix gives out really good shows, they give out a lot of bad. Like their movies on Netflix are pretty trash.
Pretty bad.
That every Netflix original I've seen, I have not liked. Bright is probably the only one that I didn't hate. With the one with Will Smith and it's
Yeah.
like fairies,
Yeah.
and it wasn't even like good.
It wasn't.
it
It,
wasn't-
really
it
wasn't
wasn't
that good.
It wasn't that good. It was
Yeah.
just okay.
Yeah.
All their other, they have Adam Sandler movies. All
The
of them are
Do-Over.
trash.
I haven't even watched it.
They're trash, bro.
Dude, the one with Chris Rock in it was not terrible.
I didn't watch that one.
It was not very good, but it wasn't terrible.
Dude, they're
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
these are so like, like Netflix have some bad content.
You know what's pretty wild about Netflix though?
What?
It's basically killing TV.
Yeah, that it. I think definitely because I think not only is because you know how people talk about how like phones and stuff is and how fast technology is getting, it lowers our attention span.
Yeah.
So like people, especially like I think Vine was a big part of that. How we began to just consume content
6 seconds.
Oh,
such
Vine?
yeah. Like bro, like it used to be with me on YouTube. If I saw like a 15-minute video, I would not want to watch it.
Yeah.
Like that just taking too much time out of my day.
Lucky that was never.
But I watched 3 5-minute videos.
Yeah.
So it's like, so
It's
I
the
feel
same.
like, and so with Netflix, you can binge it. Binging is freaking huge.
You don't have to wait a week for a new episode.
You don't have to wait. The only show I still watch on TV is Brooklyn Nine-Nine. If you haven't watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine though, watch that.
I don't even watch TV at all.
I don't watch.
That's the only Brooklyn Nine-Nine is the only thing I watch on TV. Brooklyn Nine-Nine and sports.
Yeah, the only time I turn on the TV is for sports. That's it.
That's it.
Probably
Like,
going online later too.
Yeah, like watching
yeah.
highlights.
And now
stuff.
people live stream games
And
instead of
fights.
watching them on TV.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. Like, but how long do you think this is? Because Netflix been out for a long time. Like,
No, it has.
dude. It has. It's just somehow recently.
Because it used to suck.
Is that why?
Yeah.
No, I think it was just the technology.
I've had Netflix since like when did y'all get it?
I had it a long dude. I had it like a long time ago.
I had
when they would like mail the
Oh
DVDs.
yeah, that was a thing. I didn't
Like
know
that was like Netflix's main John.
I had Netflix on the Wii. I remember.
I think I did too, but
it was
I didn't
like a
watch
disc, and you had to put it in to watch
Oh,
it.
I did not.
Wait, Netflix was a disc?
hmm
And what was on there?
Netflix.
I
It was
think-
like the app and like all the movies and stuff that
Really?
you could watch. Yeah.
I remember having it back in 6th grade. That's when I watched Breaking Bad, and like I binged that.
But I feel like with the ability to watch stuff on your devices was like a huge thing.
hmm
Because like
the mobility.
yeah, and then so that just further kind of put in like I don't know exactly how to word this, but further made our minds more like that kind of short attention span, wanting to consume materials right then and there, all in one sitting. Cause like, bro, I know some people will watch a whole show in a day,
In a night.
and
Yeah,
I'm
that's kinda
pretty
crazy.
bad too, but like, I'm pretty bad too. Like I watch the show in like 3 days.
Like if a new like poppin' show comes up, I remember when 13 Reasons Why first dropped, I watched the whole thing in one night.
I watched all of Big Mouth in probably about 4 days.
And that's like 13 episodes of an hour each. So it's literally took up a whole night.
That's crazy.
you know
Yeah. I
why?
didn't do anything, just watched it.
You know why? I think a lot of people are going to Netflix in the first place, especially for shows and shit. Is the freedom. Netflix really gives you a lot more parameters, and a big thing is censorship. You don't have to be censored on Netflix. It's the internet. It's a website. On TV, you can't say the F word. You can't say certain things. You can't show some things.
Mhm.
So I feel like that's a major problem, especially shows like Big Mouth.
Probably with the whole internet thing. It was technically, was it the first streaming service? Was Netflix the first streaming service? Or it's like just a bunch of stuff?
Probably not, but it was probably like the first
Like the
to
big
get
one.
like
Big.
relevant TV shows
Yeah.
and stuff like that had already come out, but they just posted the whole thing.
Yeah. Like
One
if it
platform.
isn't, I would know no other streaming service that started before Netflix.
True.
And it's crazy because after that followed Apple Music, Spotify, Apple Music, other streaming services.
Oh, like for me, yeah, dude, streaming
The whole
music
internet.
is almost a whole nother topic.
Yeah.
But I remember I was watching a Nick Kroll interview, the creator of Big Mouth, and he was talking about how why he liked it so much is because Netflix, not only the censorship part, but they are just because they're
They
just
allow
more.
you to do.
They
what
give you more
wanna do.
freedom. I don't know if it's because it's streaming or just Netflix's like morals and the way they work, but they just kind of they give you more freedom. They just be like, go do what you want, be funny, do your thing, and so people just kind of like it more. They just like to. They'd rather do that than have to go onto a TV cable type of network and have people down their ass every day about what they're doing, how
You
they're
gotta
going to do their
record
jobs.
shows
Yeah.
to not miss them.
Yeah, it's interesting. But
Very
Netflix has
user
it.
friendly to the average person who just wants to watch it one.
That's a huge part, though.
Yeah.
Where should we go from here?
But you brought something up earlier that I thought was kind of interesting. You know, like tell the people what you thought.
All right. Well, I was just listening to a podcast and they were talking about how. Let me find a way to word it because I don't want to sound dumb. It's just like. Basically, how TV is a dying medium, and how. Because you hear a lot about these news shows, CNN, Fox News, they're all biased. And it was just talking about how because it's dying, because TV is dying, they have to be so extreme. And then that contributes to the political arguments that happen and like why we feel so divided. That's basically it summarized.
I feel honestly though, when I think about it, I feel like Netflix or streaming wouldn't really be a big part of that. Because I mean,
it's killing TV.
It's killing TV.
Because it's online.
It's killing TV. Yes, like I feel like TVs will probably become like cable TV. It's definitely like gonna, I don't know, disappear, but definitely go down in relevance.
It'll just eventually.
But I don't know if it's that's the cause for like the polarization of how, because I feel like news outlets always did that, and they always did it for just to get more views.
But now it's almost like they're more desperate because they're getting even less views.
They need to now. It's like,
are they really though?
That's all you can.
Because I mean, who watches the news?
That's what I was thinking.
Exactly.
Older people.
Yeah, older people.
And older people aren't streaming.
Yeah.
Like us, like by the time we're older, yeah, like TV might be way less relevant. But like right now, we don't watch the news. I get my news from listening to podcasts or from watching different people on YouTube, or just the CNN app. Like I'd rather do that than watch the news. I don't watch the news.
I watch local news though.
So you watching? It's really
channel something
like
Channel 9.
Really?
Channel.
You watch that?
Yeah.
Like
I've always watched it. Like even as like a kid,
that's interesting.
When people were like, "Yeah, I don't watch the news," I'd be like, "That's weird." Like I always have watched the news.
By yourself though? No, you're with your parents.
Both.
You've watched news by yourself.
I just put it on in my room, like at night.
You're a weird kid.
Yeah.
You are a weird kid. You are the minority,
weird, dude. It was so boring to me.
Yeah,
they
I
have
hate
same
the news.
voice.
I still don't like watching the news.
It's like the same monotone voice.
I just liked just the headlines, and then I always look forward to the weather.
What?
Like when
you had to be top 10 boring kid of all time. Like, ooh, the weather. My favorite.
It's only 30 minutes though.
Why'd you like watching the weather?
I think I know why. I really liked watching Jay Leno whenever I was younger, and the news was always before Jay Leno. So in order to watch Jay Leno, I had to watch the news. That might be why.
That was like your mindset. You're like, oh.
Once this is over, I get to watch Jay Leno. But
that's weird. But why the weather? That's what I'm like. Why were you,
dude?
Why'd you like the Weather Channel?
Cozy kid.
Not the weather.
Yeah, yes sir.
Not the Weather Channel, just the weather segment.
Why?
Of the news. I like to know what it was gonna be like outside.
Well, they're never right, anyways. So,
dude, they are right most of the time.
They're wrong.
Okay, they're right about like temperature and stuff like that.
Maybe.
And if it's gonna rain, they'll be like, "There's a chance it's gonna rain."
Yes.
But you know, then sometimes they say there's a chance it's gonna rain and it doesn't rain. Well, yeah, I told you there was a chance, not that it was gonna rain.
But you know what's crazy though? You said something along the lines of you just thought it was boring sometimes, and which I think like I would watch the news and like they'll do like a puff piece or something on something I don't care about, and maybe that's another reason why streaming has gotten so big, because you got more choice. Like back then, you had the channels you would watch, and if you didn't like a show, you couldn't really do much. Like you could change the channel. And then another big thing
that's all you could do.
And when something goes to commercial and you change channel, everything's on freaking commercial, and you're just like, what the heck?
Netflix has no commercials.
Yeah, it's you. And if you don't like a show that's like you're watching, you just change it. You can't even though there's a whole bunch of different channels and stuff, there's still, in terms of Netflix, there's still and the internet in general, because you can pirate almost anything with apps and stuff like that.
1, 2, 3 movies.
It's there's still different margins, based with TV. That's kind of crazy. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
I think Mig is right though, or like wherever he heard it from, other podcasts. Like news outlets are really trying to reach when it comes to stories and stuff, especially like a TMZ. TMZ's always been they've always been on that, but it's coming even worse now. I feel like.
You think
Low-key?
Because now they're focusing on Twitter people. They're the ones that outed Brother Nature.
Oh, they were.
Shout out Brother Nature.
We're not mad at you, bro.
Nobody was mad at Brother Nature is my thing. Y'all had they're having.
I like Tyler the Creator too.
No, there was the people. There was a few
there was
people
always
on
those few
Twitter,
people.
and then there was the people at TMZ.
Dude, I saw nobody.
No, you know, maybe
nobody.
you know what it is. Maybe it's TMZ recognizing what they need, that nobody's watching this stupid show, so they got to go to Twitter and find out something that'll be relevant
So they're
to
adapting.
that. They're trying to, kind of.
Which further proves the point.
Okay, that does further the point, but I'm just saying. But I still think, in terms of what I think, the main argument I was thinking was the news, because TV's dying.
News as in like local news,
As
news
in-
as in like Fox
no,
News,
as in like CNN, Fox
Big
News,
things like that.
First off, every news outlet has always been biased, whether it's Fox, CNN, whether I think every has their bias, whether it's
because
and then there's
of the owner of the network who has
Yeah.
their own opinions and doesn't want their opposing opinions to be presented through the
Yeah.
network that they own.
and I think there always there always is the more modern ones. Like I feel like the more modern news networks have some, even though they are a little bit leaning towards one side or the other.
I feel like NBC is pretty moderate.
I hear.
I think CNN leans, but
CNN
it doesn't lean enough. Like it doesn't lean
Like Fox
to the
News.
point where
Fox
you can't
News
watch
is
it.
extremely
Fox News is-
conservative.
Yeah.
I hate Fox News. in the mention.
But it's still, I'd still rather watch and then stuff like InfoWars though or Daily Wire.
I don't know any of
I haven't
that.
watched
Alex Jones.
The person I trust most is Philip DeFranco.
Hell yeah, dude! I watched that dude all the time. Philip
That-
DeFranco
that's-
is probably one of my main
That's
sources.
the person I trust most.
And I think honestly, but you know one thing, Philip DeFranco has gotten less biased with time. Now he's, I think the older he gets, he kind of wants to make his channel more, for everyone and,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
have his integrity and stuff. Because he used to give his really just.
Oh yeah, he said.
And now he'll give the news unbiasedly, and then maybe at the end he'll kind of give his little
he'd be like, I
Opinion.
yeah. So, but sometimes though it's funny though when he goes off though. He'd be like, "This shitty douchebag, fucking."
And he says it
He'll
so.
go off.
I don't know how to. I can't even explain it. It's so it's almost monotone. He's in his own little.
Yeah,
you can't even tell
I
that
love
he's
Philip
angry.
DeFranco.
Yeah, it's cool.
Well, I mean, InfoWars and Daily Wire, it's weird because I know there are conservatives who use that as their only source of news, that is if you want to get your side's opinion, whatever, but don't let that be your only source of income. I know even right now I know a lot of young liberals like us, they get their majority of the news from Twitter or whatever, but even that's extremely leaning. So I feel like it's always good to just get news from other sources, or even from the opposing party, the opposing affiliation.